Hi everyone, Kate Maxwell here. This video will be me reading the first chapter of my book, The Boy Who Saw Ghosts. And if you'd like to read the rest of the free book, please go to my website at katemaxwellbooks.com. Thanks. Enjoy the view while I'm reading the story. The dead don't wait. If one more dead person sneaks up behind me when I'm brushing my teeth, I swear I'll never help them again. That's the third time this week. Only yesterday I got tickled in the ribs by a phantom vapor when our resident ghost got frightened, zooming up through the ceiling. Then, two others, still unknown to me, popped into our bathroom, right between wash, rinse, and gargle. My head was tipped back, and my throat sounded like a kitten on low purr when a pair of unidentified swished through the mirror. They laughed like it was some big joke, pointed rudely in my direction, then zipped back through my shimmering, scowling reflection as I turned my head to watch. "What's you want now?" I asked angrily. Foaming mint gel drips from the corner of my mouth onto my brand new Zombies Just Want Hugs t-shirt. Ever since I discovered mirrors can be portals to other realms, I've noticed much more bathroom activity. There are wall-to-wall mirrors here since Mom's recent renovation. Checking out her clothes from various angles is good for Mom's social appeal, but it's tough on the nerves of a 12-year-old guy who sees the non-living everywhere he goes. Some kids are talented in sports. Others are brains in the classroom. Me, well, I can see dead people. In fact, they get really clingy, which is downright annoying sometimes, like right now. I spit, rinse, and wet a washcloth to dab crest off the shapeless green monster covering my chest. I refuse to be rushed by a wispy, see-through man who died 50 years ago. Mr. Clifford Thurston III was murdered in our big old Victorian house, has been haunting it ever since. I was just a baby when we moved here, so you could say I've known him all my life. If Cliff still dwelled among the living, he'd stink like a rotting potato forgotten behind the couch after a bad football pass. That's because he's worn the same old suit for half a century. His brown hair is parted in the middle, and round wire-rimmed glasses rest on his straight nose. A smokeless pipe forever dangles from the corner of his mouth. The dead don't talk. They just stare at you with pleading eyes, or hang on your shoulder, however you decide to turn, until you acknowledge them. My name, by the way, is Marcus Boulet. Most of my friends ignore my first name and just use my last. It's French, too, so you say it Boulet, not like the bowl you put Captain Crunch cereal in for breakfast. Boulet, got it? Nothing bugs me more than when people mess up the pronunciation of my name. I turn and face Cliff, who finally backs up, getting out of my personal space. "That's better," I say aloud. "What do you want now, Cliff? Are the mice in the attic bothering you again?" Cliff is scared of mice. I know, it sounds kind of ridiculous, doesn't it? A ghost who's afraid of mice, but I swear he is. Our house is pretty big, with lots of hidden rooms and creaky, dusty parts that no one goes near. Basically, it's mouse heaven. Literally. Casper is our fat, white, grumpy, long-haired cat. He has mad yellow eyes that follow you, even though his head never moves. Casper hates mice as much as he despises tomato soup baths after he wrestles with skunks. He kills, on average, a mouse a day. Poor Cliff is surrounded by dead mouse spirits. He's always looking over his shoulder, or rising in the air whenever one scurries by underfoot. Since ghosts don't have feet, just filmy tails where their toes should be, it looks kind of funny when he suddenly streaks upward to avoid a phantom mouse. Cliff shakes his head vigorously. It's always like a game of charades, figuring out what's bothering the dead. All they can do is make hand movements and facial expressions, or bring you places you don't want to go. Needless to say, Cliff wants to take me somewhere, and, as usual, the timing is lousy. He motions for me to follow him. "Aw, Cliff, old buddy, this is not a good time. School's finally out. Summer vacation is here at last. Time for a little break, wouldn't you say? I just got done texting my friends. There's a pickup game down at Town Square in 10 minutes. Basketball. You remember what that is, don't you? Can't this wait, please?" Bugged-out eyes and more strenuous head-shaking make Cliff look like a bobble-headed toy. His hair never moves either, like it's painted on. His funny glasses appear to be glued to his ears, and his pipe is a permanent fixture against his chin. He's trying to move fast, wanting me to follow him, so his image fades in and out. Unfortunately, we have a deal, so I don't have much choice in the matter. You see, I took an oath, a secret oath, and not one written in any Boy Scout handbook either. It's a sworn pledge to help the unseen realms whenever I can. I act like a bridge between worlds, between the living and the dead. An ambassador of sorts. They need me because most kids don't have my talent, and adults who see dead people are usually busy giving messages to grieving families. My pal, Detective Trent Snidely, discovered my talent by accident one week when he was on a stakeout near my house. He finally figured it out after observing me talking to empty space all the time. Somehow, he didn't think I was crazy and decided to ask me what I was doing. Since I'm not a good liar, and no one's ever asked me about it, I told him the truth. He recruited me as an unofficial member of the Cromkill police force. Nobody knows of my undercover activities except Mom and the chief of police, and that's how I like it. Detective Snidely insisted I tell my mother, 'cause he said it's not right to be sneaky like that. Besides, I guess what we're doing can be dangerous, so she had to give the okay first. Luckily, she agreed. Mom can be cool like that. In school, though, and to the rest of the world, I'm just an ordinary kid. Otherwise, I'd probably go insane with all the attention, besides having no friends. You see, I've always liked my privacy. Even though I'm honest to a fault sometimes, I don't go around telling personal things to everyone. I don't confide in my friends about my deepest secrets. If I did, they'd view me differently. I'd be the kid who sees ghosts to them. I don't want that. I've never wanted that. So I keep my mouth shut. Mom is my only confidant, and that's fine with me. I can talk to her about anything. She doesn't see me as freaky, crazy, dishonest, or any of the other things other people might think if they knew of my talent. She's always encouraged me to see it as a gift, not a curse. If she wasn't so open about it all my life, my childhood imaginary friends might have frightened me. I would have closed down my special knack for seeing dead people out of self-defense. I thank her every day in my mind for what she's given me, even if it can be annoying at times. I'm a little baffled by Cliff's behavior. Normally, he's a pretty chill ghost, if somewhat clingy, especially after Casper has an unusually active killing spree. I've never seen him so uptight. In fact, he rarely leaves the house. Now he's slipping through the front door, and I'm obliged to follow. Opening the heavy wooden door, I see Mom standing in the kitchen chopping vegetables. Her chestnut brown hair is scrunched up in a knobby ponytail, and she's wearing jeans and a long, loose t-shirt. "Gotta go, Mom," I yell from the doorway. "Okay, honey, be careful," she responds, never even turning around. She's used to me coming and going on short notice, and she always warns me to be careful, just in case. I wish I was going to meet my friends instead of following a ghost. Things don't always turn out the way you'd like them to, though. In fact, I never got to play basketball at all that day. Somebody got murdered.